Well, to Midnight Story tonight. The story is winter in an early American village. Take a deep breath, and let the world soften around you. Tonight, I'd like to guide you to a quieter place. A place where time moves slowly, and winter wraps the world in peaceful stillness. Imagine yourself stepping onto a forest path. Snow resting lightly on the branches above you. The air cold enough to sharpen your senses, yet gentle enough to feel comforting. Like the first breath of winter. On a calm December evening, ahead, through the drifting snow, you see a warm glow rising from the trees. A small early American village, settled softly into the heart of winter. The cabins are built of sturdy logs, their rooftops heavy with snow, their chimneys sending thin streams of smoke into the quiet sky. As you walk closer, you hear the soft crunch of snow beneath your feet. Slow, steady, rhythmic. A sound that blends with the gentle hush of winter air. A lantern flickers on a porch nearby, its golden light dancing across the snow. It invites you closer, welcoming you to step into another time. A simpler time. The first building you approach is the village general store. Its windows fogged slightly from the heat inside. You pull open the wooden door, and a small bell rings overhead. A gentle, friendly sound that seems to echo softly in the warm air. Inside, the room glows with candlelight. Shelves filled with handmade goods line the walls. Wool blankets, jars of honey, carved wooden toys, bundles of herbs hanging from the rafters. The storekeeper, Mr. Whitford, looks up with a welcoming smile. He's an older man with kind eyes, and a voice as warm as the fire behind him. "Cold night out there," he says quietly. "But winter has its own sort of peace, doesn't it?" You nod, and he wraps a small piece of warm bread for you, pressing it into your hands with a gentle smile. The warmth of it seeps into your fingers. Comforting, steady, familiar. You thank him, step back into the cold night air, and the bell rings softly behind you. As the door closes, snowflakes drift lazily down from the sky. As you walk through the village, each flake glows under the lantern light, like tiny sparks of winter magic. You pass the blacksmith's shop, dark for the night, its tools resting neatly on the bench. A faint scent of cooled iron hangs in the air, reminding you of the quiet industry of village days. You walk past the old stone well, its rim frosted in shimmering crystals. The wooden bucket is still, frozen in place for the evening. Everything feels peaceful, held gently by the winter night. Ahead, you see a larger building, the community lodge. Warm light glows from its windows, and you hear soft voices inside, the kind that rise and fall like a lullaby shared among friends. You open the door, and step into a wave of comforting heat. A large stone fireplace sits at the center of the room, logs crackling softly inside, casting golden light across the wooden floor. Families sit together on benches, wrapped in quilts and shawls. Children sip warm cider, while an older woman, Margaret, tells stories near the fire. She speaks in a slow, soothing voice. Stories about winter traditions, how early settlers prepared their homes, how they learned the rhythm of the seasons, how winter taught them patience, gratitude, and stillness. Her words blend with the crackling of the fire, filling the lodge with a comforting rhythm. You find a quiet corner and sit down, letting the warmth settle into your hands. A feeling of deep calm spreads across your chest, slowly, gently, like warmth moving through cold air. After some time, you rise and step outside again. The village is quieter now. Most cabins have dimmed their lanterns, and the sky above is full of stars. Sharp, bright, shimmering across the winter night. You follow a narrow snowy path, leading away from the village, toward a frozen lake. The trees whisper softly, as the wind moves through their bare branches. And then, the lake comes into view. A silver sheet of ice stretches out before you, reflecting the moonlight, like polished glass. A few villagers glide across the surface, their skates carving gentle lines that shimmer beneath them. You watch as laughter drifts across the ice, soft, calm, blending into the cold night air. Nearby, a small fire crackles on the shore, children warming their hands. Before returning to the ice, you take a slow breath, feeling the cold air clear your mind, soften your thoughts, quiet your heart. After a moment, you follow the path back toward your cabin. Your steps are slower now, more peaceful, as though the village has shared some of its winter calm with you. Your cabin sits at the edge of the trees, A warm glow in the window. A thin trail of smoke curls out of the chimney. And the promise of rest waits inside. Opening the door, you're greeted by the sight of a small fire, glowing quietly in the hearth. The air inside is warm and still, filled with the faint scent of burning wood and wool blankets. You set the warm bread on the table and settle into a rocking chair near the fire. The flames move slowly, casting shadows that sway across the walls like gentle waves. Outside, the snow falls steadily, soft and silent. Its quiet rhythm presses against the cabin walls in a soothing winter lullaby. After a few minutes, you slip beneath a thick quilt on your bed. The fabric is soft from years of use. Warm, familiar, comforting. The mattress creaks softly as you settle in. A small, homely sound that makes the room feel even more peaceful. The fire burns lower, its glow fading into warm embers. The light flickers softly across your quilt. Steady, slow, like a heartbeat at rest. Outside, the village is silent. Snow lies thick on the rooftops. Chimneys stand still, and lanterns flicker with their final breaths of light. You take a slow breath in, and let it out gently, feeling the weight of the day melt away. There is no rush here. No worries. No noise. Only the stillness of winter. Only the warmth of a small cabin in a peaceful village, lost softly in time. And as the embers glow their last, and the winter night settles deeper, you allow your mind to drift. Slowly, calmly. If you are new my channel, please subscribe the channel and press bell icon. Into a deep, restful sleep. A sleep warmed by firelight, sheltered by snow, and guided by the gentle quiet of an early American winter night.